Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. This is I guess, the second Thursday of my Orktober painting challenge where I'm trying to paint 1,000 points of orcs in a month. If I fail, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try, we'll see. So right now I might as well to show you guys, I put in, here I'm just going to take you off here for a second. Got my paints and stuff. And that's how many Orc boys I have left. So not many left of my challenge. These guys are from Miniature Painting 101, so it's just these guys right here. I have about maybe a dozen or so out of my 50, or 48 or something like that. So that's pretty crazy. I'm just going to plug in the camera again, because otherwise it would die. But yeah, so I've been doing well. I've painted about 30 boys so far. And it's going pretty well. As I said, so with 30 boys, that's already a couple hundred points of painted orcs, and my challenge is going pretty well. I think I'm going to make my goal this month, but we'll see. And if I do, I want to order myself a little something as a reward, but I'll talk about that in a future video. So let's get painting. Obviously, feel free to grab your paintbrush and stuff and paint along with me. That's the point of this. I'm just going to paint and talk and show you guys a little bit of my process. Now, I'm painting orcs as well, same as last week, so there's nothing going to be really that different from my process from last week, but we'll just discuss things and yeah, so grab your stuff and go along. Now it's time. I'm just going to change the angle so that you guys can see what I'm working on right here. Cool. So as you can see, my workshop is a little bit messy, but it's okay. No complaints or anything. It's all good. Let's see. Here we go. Cancel that. Function. Focus. There we go. And now we're good to go. So here's my knob. So today I'm going to work on these guys. Now I just put the wash on those guys back there, and they're on the towel, that's why. So in the meantime, I'm going to paint up these guys. I like to work on about batches of 6 at a time. That way it gives you, plenty of, I don't know, batch painting is great, and I like to batch paint. I'm a really big batch painter, but I don't like to batch paint more than like 10 at a time. 5 or 6 is usually my preferred amount, because with 5 or 6, you can, it doesn't get you completely overwhelmed, It's, it's good, so, yeah. So I'm just going to put this stuff in my palette, and yeah, what else? So, yeah, I'm just waiting for the base stuff to dry on this week's painting tutorial for the Warp, who is Mullet Karn. Here you guys, check him out. I might switch to painting him in a little bit, but he's right here. So Mullet Karn is this week's Warp tutorial model. I think it turned out pretty cool, and it looks pretty cool. Back to the boys. They're my painting challenge. So, yeah, so things are good. Really no complaints. It's been a good week. I've just been working hard at my other job, and working hard here, getting videos out as always. This week I did a battle report, move this guys away, with a friend of mine, Cody Rue, who came all the way from San Francisco, not just to play me though, to go to mini wargaming as well, and to he was in Chris's live show, so he did a bunch of things. It was a really big wargaming week for him, and then I think he's going to Valhalla in a few weeks. It's 2 weeks from now, so Valhalla's in a couple weeks. I'm not going to Valhalla. It's a cool event. I just can't afford it. It's kind of expensive, and if I go to a convention, I'll see most of those people anyway, but it would be really cool to hook up with, to meet up with some fans. But, yeah, there's always conventions for that, I'm going to see right now I'm going to try to go to the Las Vegas Open next year, because my wife and I are going to be there already in Vegas, but we were actually, my wife's going to a conference as well, but my wife's conference ends the day before. So then begs the question, do we stay for the whole week and go to her conference than my conference, which would be really fun, but really expensive at the same time. And we're not the best off financially. Maybe by then I'll be working solely on my videos. We'll see. My goal eventually is to just quit my other job and only make videos. And when that happens, the videos are going to be coming because I have no excuses but to just stay at home all day and make videos for you guys. Which already I'm doing pretty well. You know, I'm making between the warp and I guess it's pronounced in Germany, the Warp. Between the warp and my free content, I produce about 10 to 12 videos a week. You know, this week on Monday, each one got a miniature painting 101, and today, Tuesdays, the free people got a battle report with Cody Rue, and in the Warped, there was a face-off challenge. And I'm doing this series called Face-Off, which is very similar to Mini Wargaming's Who Would Win, except I did mine first. So no copying there. But, yeah, so I did, I'm not going to say who won, but it was Lord Caldor Drago of the Grey Knights versus 20 Deathwing Terminators. None of them had Thunderhammer Storm Shield. They were all just normal Power Fists. But the result was actually quite exciting, and I don't know, I didn't think it was that expected. So, that was Tuesday. And I dropped my guy again. You notice I drop my models. That happens a lot. And then Wednesday, you guys in the free land got How to Play 40K. It was the Characteristic Profile, Part 4. Which I just got several emails about. After my previous video, people said, oh, you gotta go with the characteristic profile, and I said, that's a good idea. And then, I don't know why, but I looked, when I was editing that video, like, what was I on when I made that video? Was I on glue or something? I don't know. Goofballs? But I am goofy in that video. And then, in the Warp video got delayed by a day. It's actually Moloch Karn, which will be out today. After this, I'm going to go, you know, render this video and put it up, and then at the same time I'm going to edit the painting tutorial. And yeah, and then get that up. I'm getting some new terrain eventually. I'm having some terrain made up by a really, really awesome terrain maker, Greenleaf Terrain. He's also based in Welland. He's a really good guy who likes people, and he's just, yeah, I'm gonna get some terrain made up because I'm lacking in the terrain department. And since I started painting my models on this painting challenge, I don't have much time to work on terrain because you only have so many hours in a day, and you can't spend all of them doing everything, you know. So I'm excited though. This painting challenge has been great. I know some people didn't like the fact that I was doing orcs, but that's what the vote was for them, the public. And orcs are going to be disqualified next month. I'm not going to do orcs 2 months in a row because though that would be cool, I just want to paint some more armies. And I'm going to do such a large chunk of orcs of my unpainted. I don't know if I'd have 1,000. I probably would have 1,000 points left. But let me just make sure that's focused. So I focus on my thumb. There we go. So next month, we'll see. Now I'm thinking, I got a lot of people wanting War Machine or Hordes. Now I just painted Moloch Karn a second ago. But I don't really think the public vote is going to be... I'm going to throw those in. I'm going to make that an option for next month's painting challenge. War Machine or Hordes. You know, maybe I'll just say a War Hordes option. I don't think the public vote is going to do that, so maybe the month after I'll just default it that I automatically will do a War Machine or Hordes month. Because I really love 40K. I really do. It's my favorite game, hands down. But I don't want my channel to be only solely about 40K in the long run. Because, yeah, I just don't want it to be all about the 40K, which I mean, not all about, you know what I mean, just not solely on 40k. Eventually, I would really like to do War Machine Hordes, Infinity, Malifaux. You know. What else? Things are good. You know, as I said, I'm just going to keep ranting for this whole time. Now, if you live in Canada, this week coming up is Thanksgiving, which, you know, we're supposed to, you know, spend time with family and be thankful. That's cool. I'm going to see my in-laws are coming up on Monday, and I'm going to make the turkey. I'm actually pretty good. I make a good turkey. I like to bake turkeys. Turkeys are one of my favorite ones, because then you get, like, I love about turkey dinner is that you make it, and then you have, like, you know what you're going to be eating for the next week, just leftovers. And I don't mind that. I love turkey, so, you know, turkey's a good food, so. And so that's going to be fun. I don't mind my in-laws. It's going to be a good time. They're interesting. They really don't understand what I do, but it's okay. They don't need to. You know, they know I'm on the internet. That's what they tell people. This is Jay. He's on the internet. So I better get some more brown. But yeah, and to be thankful. You know what? I am a thankful person. I'm not a spoiled person, I don't think. Well, maybe I am. I don't really consider myself a spoiled person. I don't have a lot, but I don't need a lot. And that's why I'm happy. You know, I don't need a lot, and I don't really have much to complain about in life. So I try to keep very positive. I try to keep just a positive attitude in life. That's what I try to do. You know, if anybody knows me knows that I try to stay positive and keep the atmosphere light, because I don't really have much to complain right now. I have, you know, I'm not in the worst health. I have a loving wife who supports me on this. I'm not rubbing things in. Please don't take this as me rubbing my life in. I have a lot to be thankful about, you know, and I get to do this for half my jobs. I get to make videos for you guys, and that's what I love to do. And it keeps me going. And the prospect of making a living one day off my videos is keeping me going and making me stupidly happy, because I know it's possible. You know, I just got to work hard, and hopefully in the long term it will happen. I'm really beginning to figure out what the public likes and what they don't like, and make the videos the public likes, and then you make, you know, more popular videos. That's it. What else? As I said, and then, back to my own, see, I'm ranting so hilariously right now. See, I'm making, as I said, 10 videos a week at least, usually 10 to 12. I'm being pretty messy with this guy. I'll clean it up after. But, yeah. You know, this week I'm going to probably put out 12 videos in the end. Well, also there's going to be a Codex review, or a Codex supplement review tomorrow night, or Saturday at the latest, for the new homunculi. But, yeah, like last week I put out like 20 videos, but it's also because the multi-part, you know, Codex review for the Dark Eldar, which I like. I really like the Dark Eldar Codex. You know, and as I said, I try to stay positive. And I know that in a couple codices in a row, I was really negative. Well, I wasn't in a row. Tyranids, I was pretty negative. But, and Orcs, I was pretty negative. It's because I love the army so much, and I really didn't like what they did. And also with the Orcs army, I was just having a really bad day. So, and then, on top, I felt, you know, I did that review, and I was like, oh man, after the first couple videos, I was like, oh man, I think I sounded negative. And usually if I pick up on it, the viewers pick up on it as well. And all the viewer comments were like, Jay, you're a Debbie Downer here. You got to be more positive. And I was like, oh, I really should. You know, I try to be. I just wasn't having a good day, which I am allowed to not have a good day. But I shouldn't put in my videos, because the thing is, what many of us who make videos forget sometimes, and then it happens is you can have a bad day, but once you put that video, it's there forever. You know, and it would be like for the next, you know, few years, every time someone looks at the first two videos for my Ork Codex review, they're going to be like, oh, you know, Jay's Mr. Debbie Downer dude, if they say that. People use terms from the 1930s. But when really I'm not. I just, you know. And what if that was their first impression of me, and they decide not to watch my future videos as a result, which happens. You know, not most viewers I do give credit for. They don't just make snap decisions a lot of the time, but some do, which they're allowed to do. And that's why you gotta put your heart into every video you make, and make sure that every video you make represents you. Because if it doesn't, and that's the one video people watch, you lose a future subscriber. And subscribers are awesome. And that's also another thing I have to be thankful about. You people out there in internet land, you make my day. You know, I wish I could answer every comment or question you guys have, but I can't. Because I don't have the time, unfortunately. But Q&Js, that's what I do Q&J for. Is that I can develop, you know, it really does help develop a relationship with the viewers and the questions and answers, and you learn about me and stuff. And that's why I will never give up Q&J. The best part about last week's Q&J, which you might be wondering what happened to it, was I filmed it and edited it and rendered it and forgot to upload it. And I realized that like today. So when I was looking for the comments to do for my Q&J, because I'm going to film the Q&J later, I usually film Q&Js either late Thursday or early Friday morning, because it is such a huge file, it takes a long time to render. And so if I get it done the night before, I do a lot of my big rendering, like for my battle reports overnight, because that way my computer, I use Adobe Premiere Pro for my battle reports, and you can only have Adobe Premiere Pro once open at a time. So if it's already open, you can't open it again. So if you're rendering something, you can't do anything with Adobe Premiere Pro until it's done rendering. So I don't like to lose my computer for a whole day. And sometimes, like those battle reports, it takes hours. So I like to render overnight. That way I can, by rendering it overnight, I can easily get it uploaded the next day. And it's, you know, no wait or anything. So it's okay. And yeah, I'm letting you guys into the process here. The crazy secret process of Jay. But I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for you guys. And I was, to be honest, I was a bit nervous when I left Mini Wargaming, and I knew that I'd be going off on my own, making my own videos again. And obviously, I was making my own videos before I went to Mini Wargaming, but not on this scale. And, you know, I'm much more popular now than I am when I was at the start of when I worked for Mini Wargaming, when I started working there. But I really wanted to make this. I decided, when I decided I had to move, I decided I wanted to do this as a job and make a living off this. So I have registered, you know, a production company name, Jaded Productions, and I have. If those are wondering why I'm painting so sloppily, it's just the angle I have to paint at to show you guys my painting. And on top of that, I clean up later when I do the blue. I always clean up with the blue at the very end, so it's okay. I'm painting orcs. I do put all my love in every orc boy that I paint, but it's not a crazy complicated painting process. So I'm so thankful for all you people out there in internet land. You people really make my day. Every time I'm having a bad day, all I gotta do is look at the comments of the videos, and most of the time it cheers me right up. And just thinking about, you know, whenever I go to conferences, or occasionally when I run into someone in the most random areas, you know, gas station, and they tell me that they're a huge fan of my videos, and I cheer them up, and all this stuff, it makes me really happy. Really happy. It's hard to put into words, you know, how awesome it feels when someone acknowledges how your stuff affects them. It's always just really cool. It really is. It makes you feel awesome, you know. When I went for my first convention was Adepticon earlier this year, and it was so cool running into everyone who just knew who I was, and they all want to tell me about, you know, mini wargaming videos and all that stuff, and you know, it felt amazing. It really does. Internet is such a funny thing. Of course, if you really want, as I said, if you ever want to feel suicidal, also read internet comments about you, because oh my goodness, there are some really hilarious comments out there about me, not by me. I don't leave evil comments. But oh man, there's some comments about mini wargaming. Usually about mini wargaming. No one usually attacks me on my own content, but it was people ask about mini wargaming back in the day. And people would say, you know, Jay's eyes are crazy, which I do agree, I have crazy eyes, but then they would say something like, you know, he probably attacks children or something. And there was, oh, better move that out of the way. There was a time where I know that a lot of the fans were getting a little upset because it's not focused at all. The fans were getting a little bit upset because there was a chunk of time I remember where Owen and I did a lot of videos. Matt and Dave were working on other things, and you know, they were still just working on other things. And a lot of people were really upset at mini wargaming. And Owen and I that was the time where Owen and I have got so many angry messages about us, and it was a hard time, you know, because we're both thick-skinned people. We have to be. Once you choose to make internet videos, you really got to be thick-skinned, because everyone will tell you what they think. And some people are really nice and constructive, and even if they're negative, I don't mind about negative comments. Negative comments to me are not bad. I don't mind negative comments. If people have a problem with my video, but they leave it in a constructive fashion and something I could fix, you know, I don't mind that at all. I love those comments. You know, it tells me what they want. I can improve that. You know, it's easy. But it's when people just leave really, really nasty comments, troll comments, for example. You know, those ones are the ones that get to you, and you try not to let them. And I'm pretty good at not letting them get to me. But every now and then, somebody puts up a comment that really is just wrong. And it happens, you know? And that's one of the reasons why, I don't know, I don't really have an offensive channel. So, but, yeah. So, I'm thankful for a lot of my life. You know, not that many people get to come home and paint and make videos for people. And I'm not the biggest name in wargaming, but I feel sometimes like I'm on my way up, and that feels awesome. You know, every week I get slightly more popular than I did the previous week. The last 2 months, I've had 2 months ago was higher because I did 2 Codex reviews. But the last 2 months have been the 2 most highly viewed months for my free content ever. I'm at the highest number of subscribers I've ever had. You know, so there's so much to be thankful for. You know, and I feel the support of the community wholeheartedly. I really do. I really do feel the support, and you know, I don't have ambition. I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do in the future. What is my goal? You know, do I want to be as big as mini wargaming? I don't know. Because frankly, is it possible for a one-man group to be as big as mini wargaming? To be honest, it might not be. Because they're so big now. It's because they have so many members of their team. And they can do things. You know, as I said, it takes a lot of my time to make 10 videos a week. But for 5 guys at mini wargaming, it really doesn't. So, I don't know. But I just want to be as big as I can be. It's not about popularity contests. I just would love to do this full-time as a job. And the only way of doing that is essentially I got to be popular, because I'm not saying how much I make. We're not allowed to talk about it. By the way, that's a comment I frequently get is how much do I make, but not, it's not like in general. I mean, but per 1,000 views. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to talk about it. It's in the agreement, and YouTube has hit YouTubers, even in our niche. YouTube's come down on a couple of YouTubers. I don't want to mention which names. I don't want to drag people, you know. But we're not allowed to talk about it. But let's just say, you know, I need to get like a month's, you know, if I got 100,000 views, I could probably buy a couple sets of grot tanks from Forge World. By the way, that's eventually my goal. Have an army of grot tanks. See, look at that. Color done. Yep. So while those colors are drying, let me see about the wash. The wash is still drying. So they're all drying, they're all drying. I'm going to get back to my Moloch Karn base just for a few minutes because really they're wet and they're wet. So I really don't want to start a new group of 6. So I might as well just work on my Moloch Karn model for a few minutes, and then it gives you guys some notion to my basing scheme. But kind of double dipping, you know, it's for a tutorial, but I don't ever show my base. I don't ever show how I base in my tutorials. I usually just show the basing at the end because I'm going to do a series of videos for Miniature Painting 101 eventually about basing. But there's so many, like, and that's the thing right now. I'm so happy, and I know I don't want to just make this into a commercial for the Warp. I don't want to do that at all. If you want to go check out the Warp, feel free. 14-day trial membership, blah blah blah. But if you don't want to do that, no problem. All right, I know I work on YouTube, and YouTube is a free medium. I am 100% aware of that, and I will never, ever, ever hold any anger towards someone who just doesn't want to support the Warp. That's not how I roll. But the Warp is now getting crazy amounts of Miniature Painting 101s. We're at part like 50-something, 56 I think, for the Warp. Compared to, I think, part 28 or 9 is out. So the next 6 months are going to be already in the Warp. And by the end of the year, it'll be like 8 months. So it's going to be a crazy amount. Now I'm going to release 1 week. I think I might do every couple months. I might do like a Miniature Painting 101 week where I release like 5 videos in the same week. Because that way, it'll give you guys a little bit of catch up. And I've only promised the Warp, you know, they'll get a max around 6 months in a time ahead. Because otherwise it's just getting silly. You know, and that's the only downside is that when you guys suggest a topic for a video, the last 3 times that people suggested ideas for Miniature Painting 101s, they've already been done. And not only were they done like 3 months ago, and they'll see it in 3 months. You know, right now I'm just using XV88 to give this base a new tone. Now it's gone. You know, just to give it a second tone of brown. For this base, I'm going to go relatively simple as I normally do. Just painted dirt and some grass, maybe a tuft. But I don't want to steal. Right now, the model itself is very complex and colorful, and you know, I really like to paint it up. I don't want to make it too complicated of a base for it, frankly. Plus, yeah, it's all good. So. Yeah, that's it. My dream is to just make videos for you guys full time. But I'm not illusioned. I don't feel like, I didn't think when I started off that after, you know, 3 months I'd be like, oh, I'm done. I'm making full-time income. You know, I really didn't think that. I knew it's going to be a long process. I knew it was going to take some time. But I don't know how much time. I will never know how much time it will take. And that's okay. I'll know one day when I, you know, hit a certain amount of views a month, but that day is probably not tomorrow. That day is probably not next week. Sorry, my chair's very squeaky. I'm looking for my grass. That didn't sound good. There it is. People know what I mean. By the way, I'm terrible for saying double entendres or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like something that can be taken in a bad context. Really badly. I'm terrible for it. But I don't mean the dirty context. Like looking for my grass. If this was a Cheech and Chong video, it'd probably mean something else. And what else was I saying? Yeah. So back to that talk. Um, that's my dream. But I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for what I get to do because I was miserable, to be honest, for a long time doing. I was in love with science for a very long time. You know, I loved science. I loved to do science, and then I did my master's, and I was really successful with my master's. I won awards. I graduated like half a year early from my master's degree, which was unheard of in my program. I was quasi successful, and I don't mean this to brag or anything, but then I did the PhD, and I started my PhD, and it just went downhill so quickly. I was not happy in the least. After about 6 months, I was really just not feeling it. After a year and a half, I was miserable. And I look back sometimes with a sense of, like, not sadness. I'm glad I left, because I'm much happier now. I do feel a sense of, like, regret in the sense, I like to finish what I start. I really do. I hate not finishing what I started. Let's do this here. And I'm not a quitter, and I'm not saying it's quitting, choosing something that'll make you happy in the end. But so there he is. He's done. I'm gonna let that dry for a few minutes, knock off the grass, and he's good to go. Maybe I'll put a tuft or two. We'll see. But I'm not used to leaving and not coming back. It was just so weird leaving and not finishing. I'm used to finishing something and then leaving. It's just not my style. But it happens in life. You know what? Is it better to keep going, just to have that sense of finishing on something that makes you miserable? Maybe not. You know, maybe not. But the feeling that I get now, whenever I put up a video and I get, you know, comments that, hey, this was awesome, keep making them, it feels so great. And I don't care about the income. Well, I do care about an income in the sense that I would love to do this full time, and if I could justify making, you know, if I could make a full-time minimum wage off this, I would do it instantly in a heartbeat, and then at the same time I could provide for my family, right? That's all it is. And I know I've gotten a lot of flack about the warp, and I knew I would, right? When you ask people in a free medium to pay for something, they don't like it. And I don't blame them, frankly. You know, they go onto YouTube because it's free. And then you can say, hey, you want to support me? And then everyone associates that, you know, you screw over the free content. And I definitely do not consider myself someone that screws over the free content. So I'm just putting some metallic paint into my palette, bolt gun metal, that I recently got from Jeff's Cards and Comics in Peterborough. Jeff's Cards and Comics. Check it out if you're in Peterborough. Brought to you by Jeff's Cards and Comics. That was not a real commercial for them, obviously. But what was I saying? You know, I understand. You know, it makes sense. I know that, you know, and I don't screw over the free content. Now, I will make certain videos that are not going to be free. But at the same time, I think I produce a lot of good content for free. I really do. Because, like Mini Wargaming, and I'm not going to take them down or any means because they're good guys. But Mini Wargaming, they don't do any painting videos for free. And I do. You know, I'm trying to do one tutorial a month. That's my goal. Usually, like this month, it'll probably be maybe a Killacan. Because people wonder how I do that scheme. But I try to do one tutorial a month, and then you guys get 4 miniature painting 101s a month. You know, and that's a good amount of, that's painting. You know, that's 5 painting videos a month. That's good. And then that way it's a good balance between painting and playing. And then battle reports, I'm trying to produce 4. Eventually my goal is to make 8. Oh, sorry, that's in the way. 8 battle reports a month. I was going to say a week. That would be a little crazy a week. But eventually my goal is to make 8 battle reports a month for free. You know, some might be J versus J, but most of them I'm trying to get, I'm slowly integrating myself into the Peterborough community. I've finally able to free up my availability so that I can go meet them up on at Jeff's Cards and Comics on Monday nights. And then the only problem is, of course, next Monday it's closed because it's Thanksgiving. But maybe the week after. You know, I'm integrating myself into the community. I'm meeting the people. But it's cool. The first time I went in there, I was a little bit like, I didn't know what to say or anything. You know, I'm not unbelievably shy, but I'm not a really outgoing person. Like, I'm not gonna walk in there and be like, jungle friends. I don't know why I said jungle friends, but you know, people, I am here. No, I'm not gonna be like that. You know, I was just, you know, I wanted to go in and meet people, and it took about 20 minutes for someone to recognize me, and then I'm like, hi, I'm Jay. You know, they're like, oh, dude from Mini Wargaming. These Ork boys are fun. You know, I haven't painted Ork boys in a long time because I went gung-ho a long time ago and painted up most of my Ork boys like 5 years ago. So it's been fun getting back into them. I am happy. No matter what army the public chose for me to paint, I was going to be happy. Because in the end, I'm painting miniatures. And it's fun. I love painting miniatures. And on top of that, it means that every miniature I paint during this challenge is one less miniature in the future I need to paint. You know, I have a lot of miniatures that I just haven't gotten around to painting. So this is giving me that push. You know, I really wish I was available. I'm not available Saturdays, unfortunately. That's also one of the benefits. Eventually, if I quit my other job, I can do things on Saturdays, like go to tournaments, and then I can. I was thinking that if I get into tournaments, I can make, you know, like tournament vlogs and like let's build lists ahead of time. That's one of the things I want to get into. That's one of the series of videos I want to make soon, is building list videos. Only problem is people don't consider me a really competitive player, because I'm not, but I do know how to make certain lists. Like I know how to face armies against each other really well. If I knew I was playing against a certain army and I wanted to list Taylor, which I don't, I could do it. You know, I know the armies. I just don't tailor. I don't ever want to be that guy, you know? Once you're labeled as that guy, there's no going back. You just quit 40K and play War Machine. Huh. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're at 38 minutes. All right. So, yeah, I'm thankful. I have a lot to be thankful about, and I never try to forget that. You know, every day when I look on YouTube and I have more subscribers than the day before, and tons of awesome comments on my videos, that's the best way to wake up. It really is. And it's what keeps me focused. I work so hard at my other job just so that we can get by financially, and then I'm working hard here, you know. Sorry, that's Rubik in the background. Apparently he's itchy. So that I really want to just do this as a living. But I understand it's going to take a lot of time and hard work, and I'm willing to do that because I want to do this. I really do. And we're in a tiny niche, you know? We're in a tiny niche. If I was in a more popular niche, maybe I would have hit it already by now. But we're in a small niche. A niche where, if you think about it, how many people here probably do this video making for a living? You can probably count it on one hand. Maybe even one finger. How many YouTube channels? You know? There aren't many. The most popular 2 channels in the world in our niche, I'm pretty sure, are Mini Wargaming and Blue Table. Blue Table doesn't Blue Table doesn't make any money off YouTube in the sense that they don't advertise before their videos. But of course, essentially all their videos are advertisements for their product, like for their services. So in that sense, they will make money off YouTube. It's just they make money off the commercialism of their own products rather than, you know, commercials for other people. And then there's Mini Wargaming, you know, and then like By Painted. By Painted's kind of made his own channel his paid stuff is primary work. Girl Painted, she's very popular still, and she continues to make awesome videos. I really like Girl Painted. She's one of the first YouTube channels. The first 3 wargaming channels I subscribed to on YouTube were Girl Painted, Awesome Paint Job, or the first 4. I don't remember which order. The first 4 were Awesome Paint Job, Girl Painted, Terrainaholic, and Mini Wargaming. And I'm still subscribed to all 4 of them. However, I am not subscribed under the name Mini Wargamer J. I have another YouTube channel that I use for watching. Most of those people, I think all but Mini Wargaming, I'm under my other name. So I even leave comments on their videos, and what's really nice is I have the anonymity that I can actually just say, you know, awesome job, awesome content, and it doesn't seem weird or anything that I'm, you know, it doesn't seem like I'm hyping or anything. I like the anonymity about that. That I can express my feelings without sounding like I'm fishing for compliments or something, or reciprocation. You know, I don't leave positive feedback on people's videos expecting them to be like, hey, you're awesome too. Next one. Orcs are really easy to paint. I love them. You know, like an orc boy, it really doesn't take that much at all. The standard I paint, as I said, my tabletop standard, but yeah, Thanksgiving. So you can't, as I said, so for those who don't know, Canada Thanksgiving is next Monday. In the States, it is like in a month. It's in late November, I'm pretty sure. But here in Canada, we have it in October. You know, I have a wife that supports me as much as I support her, and that's awesome. You know, that is awesome. I'm making friends slowly in Peterborough. That's awesome. I'm painting an orc boy. That's awesome. I feel like right now, those of you who've seen the Lego movie, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Team miniature wargaming, people. When you're living your dream. I don't sing. I'm not a good singer. And for the fun random piece of trivia for you guys, my singing is so bad that if I sing certain songs, it almost as if it basically gives Rubik seizures. He rubs his head into the ground and almost convulses. My singing is that bad, so I don't usually sing. And I'm not going to demonstrate that one, you know. I recently got a new friend. Spock is awesome. He is a cute little dude. Just looking at him usually cheers you up because he is so cute. Rubik's a goofball. You are. He's pointing right now. Yeah. Make sure that's focused on. Yeah, it appears so. Rubik, sit down. Good boy. What else? Yeah, there's so much. You know, it's been a good year. It's been a busy year. The move took a lot out of me. But it's exciting. You know what? I'm excited. I really am. The future, I don't know what it has in store, but I hope it's... You okay? Yeah. I hope it has good stuff in store. I think it does. Rubik right now is trying to get my attention. filming right now, Rubik. You shouldn't be so loud. I'm gonna see. I'm curious what the future has in store. But as long as I work hard, I'm confident that I can continue to grow as an artist. I've seen it as an artist. But my channel, you know, I want to make a trailer eventually. I think my goal this month is to make a trailer. I'm going to make a trailer for my paid and my free channels. Like, hey, I'm Jay. Subscribe. Do it. Do it now. Are you subscribed yet? Maybe not as, in your face. Or as I call it, superliminal. There's a great old Simpson episode where the Navy and Bart is a member of the party posse. And there's like, the guy's talking about ways to get people to join the Navy. He said, we're trying to get, liminal, subliminal, and superliminal. And Lisa asks, superliminal? He's like, yeah, watch this. Hey, guys, join the Navy. Okay. So I was trying that. I was trying being superliminal at Gen Con. And I was yelling at random people to buy airbrushes. It's kind of fun. Just be like, hey, buy an airbrush. Didn't really work, but it was fun. I'm pretty sure the president of Badger thinks I'm wacky, but it's okay. I am. And, yeah. I think people like these videos because they can just paint along. That's good. I'm not, this isn't heavy content, but it's always great to vlog and keep people up with your progress. We all paint together, and it's all cool. It's like we are working together for the common goal of getting rid of unpainted miniatures. Because unpainted miniatures just aren't as cool as painted miniatures. Wow, I'm going to probably end it soon because it's already at 40 minutes. But yeah, then on Friday, tomorrow, there's going to be a Q&J again. And this time it's actually going to be posted because I forgot last week. And then the Codex review is going to be great. And for the paid stuff, they get a Let's Play with Jay this week. You guys don't because I am putting up this vlog instead. Just for rendering purposes, I don't have time to render everything. Like, I couldn't do 2 Let's Play with Jays because the time it takes is actually surprising. Because the recording rate I have to do for the videos. But, look at that. See, they're painting them. This is awesome. The amount of work in this episode is really good. Got 5 boys almost done. I was going to do my cleanup stage. This guy needs a couple more steps because he has a couple more extra details. But he's looking pretty good. I should probably end it soon. I'll keep you guys up to date with what I'm doing. There we go. So, I should probably end it here because we're after 50 minutes. It's been a pretty lengthy video. And, but as I said, I'm thankful for a lot, and I thank you right now. I don't want to sound cheesy, but thank you so much for checking out this video and for being a subscriber if you subscribe to my channel. And the support you guys are giving me. I can't, let's bring you back out to me. Whoop. Hey, it's me. Take out manual focus. There we go. So, as I said, thank you so much for checking out this video, for painting along with me. And hopefully I'm going to keep going with my painting challenge. By next week, I'll be on to other things. Probably the War Boss, some knobs, some grots. Maybe cans. It's going to be good. But at the end, I'm almost going to finish painting 50 Ork boys in a week. That's pretty good. That's really good, for a painting challenge. And that alone is, that's 300 something points. So that's a third of my painting challenge. It makes sense because we're about a third of the way into the month. But, yeah. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support. And thank you just for everything you guys, people are giving me. It means the whole world to me. It really does. And that's what I'm thankful for. So thank you so much. Till next time, this is Jay saying, well, also leave comments in the comment section down below of what you thought about this video. Paint along, leave your own challenges, and keep me up to date with your challenges. And until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting. Because we're going to be painting a lot this month. Yes.